At the moment, Marvel Studios has Spider-Man 4 and Avengers 5 shooting. In today's video, we'll be talking about Doomsday, although the ramifications of Spider-Man 4 and the ending in Spider-Man 4, and who's really going to be behind the villain of Spider-Man 4, cough cough Doctor Doom, will have a knock-on effect of what's coming up in Avengers Doomsday, and the last two previous Marvel movies, the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four, literally are setting up Avengers Doomsday. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about what is going to happen to a certain actor in said movie. Kind of go over a plot we've covered before, but there is a lot more context out there now, and there's a lot more clues out there now. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Wish you if you are new around and subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. Could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know, do you think this is true? So, in Avengers Doomsday, it's going to be a lot more savage. There's going to be real deaths. There's going to be real ramifications that people and characters cannot come back from. This ain't no Avengers Endgame. You get what I mean? Why it ain't no Avengers Endgame? Because if someone gets snapped, they're not coming back with a different character. Okay, maybe they could. But the ramifications will be real. So in Infinity War, we've seen Thanos snap Loki in front of Thor. So, what's going to happen in this movie is Thor is going to be trying to protect his brother, aka Loki, at the TVA at the end of the time at the Citadel, along with a bunch of other Avengers. But this time round, Thor is going to die at the hands of Doctor Doom, okay? In front of Loki. God Atlantis Loki, as I call him, because it literally is playing the character Atlantis. And that's going to be the big what the frig moment. Now, we made a video about this, and I also always said this, right? Was when Chris Hemsworth came out and had a montage saying, "Thank you, Marvel." A lot of other creators took this that he was saying he was going to die. I'm literally repeating what I said when this news came out 2 months ago. That yes, Thor may actually die because of that video, but that's not really the case. Because Thor, God, part of Norse lore, Norse mythology, dies in battle, Ghost of Valhalla will arise with the Valkyries. Sure, and that's pretty much what this is setting up. But Chris Hemsworth has said he's not done. He actually got asked about it. Chris Hemsworth says he's starting a new chapter with Thor. His message a few weeks ago wasn't saying goodbye. It definitely got misconstrued and perceived in different ways in a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter. See, I find it funny when people can't actually decipher simpleton messages. So he said this: playing Thor as being one of the greatest honors in my life for the last 15 years. I've held Mjolnir and Stormbreaker as God of Thunder. But what made it truly special was sharing it with all of you. Your passion, your cheers, your love for this character have meant everything to me. Thank you for making my journey through the Marvel Cinematic Universe unforgettable. Next up, Doomsday, Chris Hemsworth. Now, what he basically said was he was just putting a thank you message out there, and because people on the internet don't have brains, sorry, it got misconstrued into people thinking and saying, yo, I'm going to die in Doomsday. But Thor is a god of thunder. Even if he does die, he goes to Valhalla. And that is where we could do this. I mean, I know they set up the Hercules storyline at the end of the last movie. Predominantly, I don't think that's the way they're going to go, and that's the way they should go. But I think this is going to be savage. And I don't know if Marvel would do it, but they've got to do something drastic. Would they kill? Would they do a reverse Uno here and have Thor die in front of Loki? Now, we had the artwork that's gone viral, made by my buddy, We Love Marvel on Instagram. You've seen this image everywhere. Absolutely every content creator has used this image without asking him, but you can talk to him. We Love_Marvel on Instagram. He literally made this image for me. You see Doctor Doom walking away. We see Thor being held by Loki. Because, predominantly, Loki's going to have to decide, does he want to help his brother, or does he want to keep the sacred timeline stable? Because Doctor Doom is coming for Loki, because in order for Doctor Doom to get his godlike powers, he's going to need the power of Franklin Richards. And no, Franklin Richards is not as powerful as Wanda or the Phoenix Force. Get out of your head. This is not the comics. This is baby Franklin, and even in the comics, Franklin cannot make universes, etc. without the help of the Molecule Man. God, I'm not even a comic book guy, and I know more than you guys. So in order for Doctor Doom to get his actual own way, he's going to need the power that Loki possesses. He's going to need Franklin Richards, although it's not clear if he actually took Franklin Richards. I think Franklin's going to be working with him, and then at the end of the movie, Franklin's going to screw him over, and a massive incursion's going to cause, and that's really how Battleworld is going to be formed. But let's just spitball. Doctor Doom is going to need the power of Scarlet Witch. Franklin is going to go and revive Scarlet Witch in this movie. He's definitely going to need the power that Loki has, for sure, right? So that's Loki, Scarlet Witch, Franklin Richards. Is he going to need the power of the Phoenix Force? Probably not, but the Phoenix Force power is up there. And that's predominantly why he's going to have to go to the TVA, to the End of Time, to the Void, because they're very close. That is predominantly where they're going to have to go. So Thor's not going to die. He's starting a new chapter, right? And in a different video a week or so ago, we said, yo, Doctor Strange 3 could be getting slid into the DMs. And I still think this could be true. But there is a release date for July 2027, which sandwiches it in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, Thor Love and Thunder. Although everyone said it was a flop, made $760 million, which is more than every Marvel movie since No Way Home. Slightly less than Doctor Strange 3, but the only other movie it could be is Black Panther 3. Black Panther 2 made good money, not as good as the first one, because the sequels essentially don't. Multiverse of Madness made pretty good money. Wakanda Forever made $859. Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness did just under $1 billion. Yeah, I know they reshot the whole movie, so it probably didn't make much money. But my point here is, Thor Love and Thunder, as bad as it was, it still made more money than every superhero movie this year, including Superman. Yeah, I mean, internationally, wow. I mean, that's the problems these superhero movies have, in my opinion. You've lost the international market. No one cares about the domestic unless you live in America. And as big as America is, lads, the rest of the world, if you put it together, is 10 times bigger. You see how big Australia is. So, potentially, because Thor is really important, he is God of Thunder, one of the strongest characters in the MCU. Doctor Strange is very important. So, Thor 5 could actually come out before Secret Wars. Now, I'm not saying that's true, but it's going to have to be Doctor Strange 3 or Black Panther 3. But the reason Black Panther 3 apparently is coming after Secret Wars, based on rumors. So I would say it's got to be Doctor Strange 3 or Thor 5. And it would make sense if Thor is going to die at the hands of Doctor Doom and end up going to Valhalla, potentially. And we've heard so many potential plot lines for this movie. Battle of the Gods, Thor Quest. You've had people announcing the movie like it's officially confirmed, but it's never been confirmed. I've done the odd video here and there about this movie, but it's not actually. I've even had some people making out it's going to be on Netflix. I don't know why anyone believes that, but it would be absolutely freaking insane, right? Because maybe finally we can get Beta Ray Bill that's been teased for the longest time ever. And obviously Jane Foster. Is she with the Valkyries in Valhalla? Well, that would make sense, wouldn't it? And, you know, Hercules apparently is being sent after him. I think that would be cool. Could be cool. Thor, War of Gods. Could be like a God of War movie. Have a real serious tone. Thor franchise has so much potential. And why this is really good is because it started really bad. Thor Ragnarok was one of the best. Thor Love and Thunder wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen in my life, but it wasn't exactly good. So could be called Thor 5 Valhalla, God of the War. So many cool things you can do with that movie. You could turn him into such a savage character. Just like Avengers Doomsday needs to be for a more mature audience. I think these Marvel movies need to go away from being PG friendly and need to push to an R-rated, maybe not R-rated, mature like a UK 15. So let me know, lads. Is it true? Because as far as I'm concerned, Thor does die at the hands of Doom. I mean, that plot leak is pretty reliable. It sounds likely. And how else are they going to set Thor 5 up? Or he returned in Secret Wars, but it would make more sense getting Doom to kill him off, in a way, and then having him resurrect for the next movie. That's a cool setup. Or have Thor come back in Secret Wars and have him body him that way. Maybe. Who knows? But either way, we are definitely getting Thor 5. So like always, guys, check us out on TikTok. Warstu. Start a TikTok page over there. I think it's quite cool fun. Check us out over there. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu. And check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.